Alright guys, it's Steven here today. I did a big boo-boo and I left my cast iron pot on the stove for about an hour after it was done cooking. So the stuff on there, I'm just looking down at it, it's pretty grilled on, but that gives me an opportunity to go over how to clean cast iron cookware. Alright, as you can see, this pot is pretty messy here. I was actually cooking pork belly in there today and it got pretty burnt on. So it's taken me a while to figure out the best way to clean these out and to dispel a number of myths. The first one is you can actually clean these with soap and water. A lot of people say that you can't. That's not true because it's not a layer of fat that forms on the pot. It's like something quite different that doesn't get removed by soap molecules. Alright, here you go. So, it's the first step. You want a little bit of water and get some little bit of soap here. There's Mrs. Myers in this household for the non-toxic soap. Now the next step is this little mesh scrubber. This thing works really well. But I'm probably going to want to turn off the sound during this part because it's going to be pretty horrid. So I'll run you through this and speed it up on the video there. So, let's see there. Alright, here's a little paper towel now. Oh yeah, it's pretty burnt on over there. So what we're probably going to have to do now on this one is move on to the next step, where what we'll do is we'll fill this with water and boil it for a little while, and that'll make this kind of black shit over here chip up. See, I can scrape it off with my thumb there, but I don't really feel like doing that the whole time. So let's get that taken care of. So the first step, fill this with some water here. Now this is, you're probably going to require a reseasoned skillet after this, unfortunately. I just left it on the stove for too long, but let's go over it. So this one on, and I'll probably check in again with this in about 20-30 minutes once it starts simmering, and you'll see the little flakes at the bottom, the black stuff over there that's kind of charred on, they'll start to flake up. Alright. Now, this pan is pretty hot right now, so if you hear me yell, I burn myself. It's a pretty common occurrence in the Waddell household. Alright. So now I got the setup here, and you can see this over here, this kind of black char over here. Might have even needed to let it go for a little while longer. You can see it's kind of coming off now. A little easy with this little mesh tool right here. I even have to use a little bit of the baking soda, even though I don't like to, if I can find any. I know. A little bit of salt. Nice coarse salt. It just kind of lines it up, and I mean, you know, it's one of the advantages of using these types of cookware. Alright, I hate that. My camera battery actually died on me. So we could see here that the pot's all cleaned out. Thankfully, I won't have to reseason it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to coat it with a little bit of coconut oil because that will really help protect it. I don't do this every single time. I heated up the pan just a slight bit so the coconut oil would melt. And you just take a clean paper towel like this and you wipe the coconut oil around. So let's get you all set up here. And what this will do is this will help set into the cast iron a little bit. This is not re-seasoning it. This is not what you would do to re-season it. In order to re-season this, we'd have to put it in the oven for a long period of time. I've done it for different amounts. I've tried the thing where I put it in there for 30 minutes, which is what some sources say, but I find it needs a couple hours. But yeah, so now we're all set. It's all nice and looks pretty. We have avoided re-seasoning it, which, like I said, takes several hours, and this will be ready to use for the next time. Typically speaking, you don't want to let your cast iron pot on the stove with some onions and pork in the bottom of it for about an hour. You'll have a lot less cleanup than I just had right here, but at the very least, it was a good demonstration for you guys on how to properly clean and take care of cast iron cookware. Alright, I'll see you guys at the next one, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.